Okay, let's do this. God has given us the baseline. The architect himself has given us a guideline, an outline on how to change. And so it says, Galatians 6:9, let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Well, what does that mean? Let us not grow weary in doing good. Well, okay, let's plant these ideas within ourselves, and let's show up for those ideas each day. We change our habits, and we don't instantaneously see the change, but sometimes we want to. And so we grow weary, right? We think everything is supposed to change instantly, and that is whenever we tear up the roots of our labor. That is where we rip the seed out of the ground that we've planted. That is where we rip the flower that could have been out of the ground because we did grow weary. We did grow weary. But if we change that, right? If we left those things alone, don't grow weary in doing good. We put all our faith in God, because who can be against us if God is for us? 8:31, Romans 8:31. Who can be against us if God is for us? We've planted these ideas. We've planted this seed in the ground. We want it to grow up, but it's got to branch out a few times to get some roots, some foundation, some structure. And it's a little dark down there. It can't quite see the sunlight yet because it's got to go all the way up between the cracks and the crevices of the dirt before it can see some light. So it's dark. It's painful when we're trying to build a structure for ourselves. When we want to change, it is hard to see the benefits of our labor, but it takes a few weeks, it takes a few months to even see a flower from our own fruits from our labor. And it's hard, and I know that sometimes, right here, sometimes we think that we can just immediately rip out everything that we've built. Since nothing has happened, let's go ahead and rip up out the roots, and let's not even worry about it. Why even change? Nothing's changing, but things are. It's neural pathways inside your brain that just have to reconfigure themselves in order to move and align with the things that you want. In your dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, that is how we gain cognitive memory, right? We have an action that we've done. Our prefrontal cortex is aligning with memories that has happened in the past. And it says, well, this has happened. This is probably what's going to happen if we do this. It already knows, and so it pre-plans our next movement without us even thinking, because it's already programmed in our brain, because it's our bad habit. And so it hurts. It's painful. We're trying to build this structure, this foundation in our mind that this is what we want to do. This is our new habit. This is our new seed. Well, we've got to water it each day. We've got to be careful by what we put in our mind, what we water our plant. We can't just give it some Coke, right? We're trying to plant this seed. We want it to grow into a flower. We can't water it with Coca-Cola or Pepsi or something. We've got to give it water. We've got to give our brain some type of information that's going to align us with who we want to be. Who do we want to change into? What habits do we want to change? We can't surround ourselves with the same things if we want to see a difference, right? Growth doesn't happen without a certain amount of change. And so let's get back on topic. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for the proper time we will reap harvest if we do not give up. It is not any time. It is the proper time. The proper time is whenever we start to see the sprout come out of the dirt. That we start to see the benefits of our labor in our own life. We can feel fulfilled. But it is in the times that we don't see a single dang thing that we keep watering our own plant. And eventually we will flourish and we will start to see the fruits of our labor. We have to have faith in them. And it's 2 Thessalonians 3:13, or I might be mistaken. It might be 1 Thessalonians 3:13. But let us not grow weary in doing good. It's everywhere, because God knows that as humans, we think that we have it figured out. That if it doesn't happen instantaneously, it'll never happen. But that is not what he says. He says this so we are aware of it. That we understand that it takes time, the proper time, the right time. We will reap a harvest because we have not given up. We've shown up for this plant each day. We've shown up for ourselves each day. We've studied a little bit more. We've walked a little bit faster. We've ran a little bit longer. We've stayed after work. We've helped out with our kids when we couldn't even help ourselves. But it is in those things that we don't want to do because it's painful and it hurts and it's under the surface and we can't see the light yet. But I need you to have faith and trust in yourself that it can happen.